Oh, yeah.
Is it Meeting in the Ladies?
Meeting in the Ladies Room. Yeah, it was basically an impromptu series that I just did by accident. But whenever I go out, I always have my camera number one. But there's something that happens in the ladies' room of any club, bar, concert. Is a whole nother situation. Like, you ever wonder why do women always go to the bathroom when they go? It's not because they're going to the bathroom. It's sort of like I don't know, you go in there to sort of like, you know, you got to adjust yourself and other stuff, but there's other women in there who will like egg you on, like, yes, girl, look at you killing it. Oh, you look so cute. Where'd you get those shoes? Oh, I love that. And there are also sometimes some breakdowns that happen in there. And women, and I've filmed these situations. I've posted them on my Instagram, and I feel like I'd like to do a segment or something. It's kind of like Taxi Cab Confessions, but in the ladies' room. And there's been a couple of times where I've gone in the ladies' room, and there were situations, and women would like intervene and just get totally invested in what was going on with another woman,
with a stranger,
with a total stranger, and I think that's just how we are naturally, nurturing. We're concerned. You know, when a woman is confident and when she's secure and when she's, feeling good about herself, all she wants to do is lift up another woman. Like, why would I want to see you? Because you're a part of me. I'm a part of you. We're cut from the same cloth. So I just feel like that sometimes that happens when we go into these ladies' room. Women are like, yes, and plus we're drinking. You know, everybody loves each other when they drink. Some want to fight. I've never experienced it. I'm a lover, not a fighter. But a lot of times when we go in there, we want to uplift each other. We want to see women do well. Why would I want to see a woman not doing well? Why would I want to see her fall? I already know how hard it is out here. So the meeting in the ladies' room is just a little segment that I'd like to include in the Venus Lounge, maybe a little interstitial in the show that just shows what happens in the ladies' room, you know, behind the scenes at, you know, different venues, and maybe walk away with some type of experience or being touched by someone's story, or, you know, a little comical.
And what I find impressive is the willingness of the people to be filmed in the ladies' room.
I think I have a way with making people trust me.
Yeah.
I think my intention is always for not to exploit or not to make someone embarrassed or feel like, you know, I'm making fun of them or putting them down. And so I feel like that's been one of my gifts as a producer and a director, is being able to have people trust me and to open up. And I always give people the option. If they don't want to do it, I'll delete it. I always ask afterwards. Like, I'll just film and then I'll ask, or I'll show them and be like, you know, this is what I'm going to do with this, and let them have a say in it. But I think people just kind of feel the vibe. And then also, you know, I'm not there with like these big ass intrusive cameras and lights. It's just my little cell phone. Yeah. Sometimes I'll just be like this with it. And then if I feel like I could go in a little bit, then I'll just be like, can I unbutton your blouse? Do you mind if I put my, you know? And they'll just be like, yeah. And then some people just like, film me. I need to say something, you know. And I'll be like, yes, girl, what, you know. And so it's a give and take, you know. Sometimes I'll inch my way and feel it. And other times people just be like, yes, film me. I want to be on camera.
Well, last question. Mm-hmm. You do an awful lot. You somehow have managed to balance being a mother, a wife, a very busy professional in your field, and also you stay positive. And like you're just talking about in the ladies' room, like so many people, they tend to go to the dark side and just be negative and feel like competitive and that. And what would you say is the one thing that sort of keeps you with a positive attitude? And what's the one thing that keeps you going creatively and on a positive level?
Interesting. Keeps me creative. I mean, sometimes it goes up and down. I'm not gonna lie. Like, ask my kids and my husband. It's not always positive. Sometimes I go dark too. But I do come out of it. And I have to have my own space. That's why I have this studio here where I can come out. Music is a big part of it. And it's just something inside of me. Like, I feel like it's a matter of life or death. I feel like I have to get this out. Like, I can't even explain it. It's just, it got to get out. It's just, I just feel more, I have so much more left inside of me. I feel like at 55, I'm still here, looking back at all the work that I've done, whether it's shared with the public or not, is good enough for me, especially when I look back at it. I'm very critical of my work. Like, I'm not going to just put anything out there. It's got to be good for me. I don't care if even some people are like, no, it looks good. I got to know that it's good. It has to feel good to me. So when I look back and see the progression, then I'll be like, okay, let me keep going. Let me, like, even with the Venus Lounge, when I started off during the pandemic over there, and then I look back at the last episode, I was like, oh, it's getting better and better. That keeps me going when I can see progress. Even if it's little inch, inch by inch by inch by inch, that keeps me, it keeps me feeling creative. And I just have so many ideas. Like, I never have a shortage of ideas. My mind is always creating, always like, ooh, I want to do this. Ooh, I want to do that. Just for the simple fact that the creator puts ideas in my head, lets me know, oh, there's so much more to do. Yeah.
And on top of that, you have goats.
I have goats. I have some Nigerian pygmy goats. First of all, animals was never my thing because I used to have super bad allergies. I remember my dad bought me a bunny rabbit when I was like 7 years old. And I was just like holding it and rubbing it and like, oh my God, I love this rabbit. And then my face just like broke out. I had all these bumps all over the place. And I was crying and they had to take the rabbit. And so I never really got close to animals. And then I think I somehow outgrew it when I turned 26. When I got married, moved to Hayward, we live on 3 acres of land, and my husband got tired of mowing the lawn, every day, riding his tractor out there, and it would be breaking down, and I see him out there like fixing the lawnmower. He'd be sweating, and I'd be bringing him lemonade, and he'd just be like tired, and then he was like, fuck this, we'll get some goats.
So that's how that happened.
Yeah, we got some goats, but then we got older goats, and I was like, they'd be looking at me, I'd be looking at them, like, they don't trust me, they be charging me, like, bucking me. I was like, yeah, then the guy, we got him, you have to get them when they're little so they can trust you. And then any baby, anything is cute. As a mom of 4, anything that's a baby is cute. And so when I saw the baby goat, I was like, oh my God. They'd be like, eh, in the morning, and they were just so cute. And then I just got attached to them, and then I just kept buying more and more. Now I have like 5 goats, and they're super cute. And I don't know, watching nature and watching them, observing them and how smart they are, and it just taught me a lot about life and just being in nature and feeding them. And I don't know, I just
it keeps you centered.
It does. It keeps me centered, and there's like no expectation. It's just, I'm feeding the goats. There's nothing, it gets my mind off of, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. I'm feeding them, and that's it.
And again, I'm so sorry about the little one that passed away.
Yeah,
recently.
My little Desaline, she was a little one. That's the other thing. I don't know what happened with her, but they're not very resilient. They do have a high turnover rate. They're really sensitive animals, and when I watch them, I actually learn a lot about myself because they remind me of me, my character traits. And I'm born in the year of the goat and the Chinese zodiac, but they're not trusting. You have to earn your trust with them. They appear like they don't know what's going on, but they're very smart. But once you do bond with them, it's like a bond. They're very herd oriented. Like, that's how I am. I'm very collaborative, and I like having a tribe. They know when to seek shelter. They're super smart, but they can buck you. Like, if you mess with them, they'll bam. Like, that's me. And so when I look at them, I'm like, maybe that's why I like them. But they're also very cute, and I don't know. I just love them. I don't eat them. I don't milk them. They're just there for me to graze the pasture and for me to just observe.
One bonus question.
Bonus question.
Bonus question is, so you say 55 years of age. You look much younger.
Do I?
So what is your secret?
I think I have a young heart and spirit. I don't feel 55. I feel 35. I don't know. I don't like holding anything in my body, meaning resentment, anger. I'll find ways to get rid of it. Hydration. I drink a lot of water. I get a lot of sleep. And I like to have fun. Whatever I'm doing has to be fun, or I'm not doing it. I'm not interested if it's not fun.
And you burn
I burn my sage and my incense. And let me just say this. My spiritual practices in these past 2 or 3 years, well, I'd say maybe 5 years, especially since I've been going to New Orleans, I've been learning more about African spiritualism, Santeria, voodoo, and it has taught me how to commune with my ancestors. It has taught me how to appreciate nature, and it's given me a sense of calmness and spirituality and letting go certain things. Like I don't know, it centers me. And when I'm off that track, when I'm not praying, burning my candles, doing my rituals, I get off. There's just like exercising, just like eating. You have a diet. You have your spirit needs something too, and so that I think has helped me maintain some sense of youth and then being around young people. I have young children. I watch them, observe them. I love being around them. They keep me on my toes. So and maybe DNA.